You've lied to me numerous times, okay?
You're treating us like we're stupid, okay? Just being straight with you.
I'm not telling you I did something I didn't do either. You're being very rude.
You are currently watching 18-year-old Christian Neely Ard. Earlier this night, Christian was responsible for taking the life of her own alleged boyfriend, Dakota Kersey, one she believes she can sob,
Because everyone else just made me seem like a cold blood killer.
beg,
Please talk to me with a normal tone like everyone else does.
Listen to me.
and lie her way out of, only to realize that getting away with a homicide isn't as easy as she thinks.
There's so many inconsistencies we're looking at. And you come in here and you have amazingly have amnesia on every little aspect.
I'm not even gonna argue with you, Christian. You're a criminal. You're a criminal.
It's December 2019 in Inslee, Florida. Just a week before Christmas, an 18-year-old Christian Neely Ard calls 911 to report a shooting in her mobile home. Deputies soon arrive and find 16-year-old Dakota Kersey lying on his back inside, suffering a severe gunshot wound. But as he's rushed to nearby Sacred Heart Hospital, deputies find concerning inconsistencies at the scene, ones that would soon land Christian in the office of the Escambia County Sheriff, where detectives want to know how her supposed friend ended up in the hospital, barely clinging to life.
You met him through his brother, and what kind of necessitated the friendship between y'all? You just got along, were able to talk and all
We
that?
both have anxiety and a bit of depression, just not really that socially out there, just kind of socially awkward, I guess. I don't know.
Do you recall him ever saying anything about wanting to hurt himself?
No, I mean, like, yeah, but I didn't, nothing like serious about that he would do anything, I didn't think. I don't know.
Do you remember what he said to you before, or that led you to believe that he would hurt himself? He said that there was kind of something.
Well, I mean, he always says that he hates his life, but I mean, I say the same thing, and I mean, I've heard, he said he wants, but I mean, all the things that I've heard him say, I've said myself. Like, I don't think it's not anything that was like just a red flag, I don't think.
You saying the thing in the last couple of days that led you to believe that he'd want to hurt himself?
Not really, no.
Okay.
How long has he been staying there?
He hasn't been staying with me. I mean, he stayed last night there, and he stayed not the night before that, but the night before that, if that makes sense.
So he went back to his parents' house and then came back to stay with you again?
Mm-hmm.
Did his parents know where he was, or what?
Yeah.
They did?
His grandparents should have, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. And they had no problem with him staying away from the house or anything like that?
Mm.
So he came over yesterday after being away for a day, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. About what time yesterday did he come over, do you remember?
I think I got there around like 4 or 5 o'clock.
You got there?
To pick him up, yes.
Okay. Oh, over at his house?
Yes.
Do you remember why he came over last night? Was there any specific reason?
I mean, just to come over.
Just to hang out?
Yeah.
Okay. About what time, you said, again, did you pick him up?
Like 5 o'clock.
And then where'd you guys go? Did you go eat or anything, and went straight to your place?
I went straight to my house, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Did we go eat? Yeah, we went to Popeyes.
Did you?
Yeah, we went to Popeyes, and then we went to Ollie's, too.
Did you? What'd you get?
From Ollie's, nothing. At Popeyes, we got the $10 chicken finger meal.
You didn't get the sandwich?
No, everyone is hype about the sandwich. But I was trying to get something for both of us.
So you didn't have the sandwich yet? See, I was going to get some information from you on that because I haven't had it either.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got excited, but yeah. I went to Popeyes.
All right, so you went to Popeyes, and then you said you went to Ollie's, but you didn't get anything at Ollie's.
No.
You remember about what time that was?
No, it had to be like 6 o'clock probably.
So you went to Ollie's, and then after you got done at Ollie's, you went back to your place.
Yes.
And what time was that again?
Had like 6:15 by the time we got back to my house.
At 6:15? Okay, then what'd you do?
We were just hanging out, really. Tried to get him to get the Xbox to work so we could watch a movie. I don't remember if he got it to work. think we might have just turned on the satellite and watched that. And then I think I just fell asleep. I fell asleep super early.
Remember about what time?
Dude, it had to be like 7:30.
When you went to sleep?
Yes.
Yeah. Tired?
Yeah, I didn't sleep the night before.
Christian's version of events is simple. She picked Dakota up around 6, the two got some Popeye's chicken, and then went back to her trailer to watch a movie. She says she fell asleep soon after, a claim which soon becomes key to her defense. But what exactly was the nature of her relationship with Dakota in the first place? When detectives ask, it's a question she has a hard time answering.
Are you guys semi-boyfriend, girlfriend, or kind
I
of,
don't know.
sort of? I mean, you guys...
Hanging out together.
Yeah, but he's 16. That was a big problem. I didn't want
That's
to
okay, it's not against
I
the
was
law.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
For real?
Well,
I was afraid I was
16,
going for talking to him when he was 16 and I'm 18.
No.
So like it hasn't been anything like that.
Hey,
But like
it's not. That's not illegal.
I don't know, but do either of y'all know how he is?
I don't know how he is right now,
Please tell me you know. Is he okay?
He's at the hospital. I don't know yet, dear.
but we will find out. Okay, I will find out for you. Okay, but are you guys kind of boyfriend and girlfriend?
Kinda.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you guys every once in a while?
No.
Are you intimate?
No, I'm not.
No.
No.
Okay.
He's just trying to be around for my mental sanity because I just haven't been okay.
So he's just kind of around to take care of you.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense. So you went to sleep about 7 o'clock. What happened after that? Do you know if he went to sleep too, or was he there?
I don't think he did. I think I passed out like because of not sleeping the night before. I was just super just.
Okay. When he came over to the house, I know he came over when you picked him up, right? When you picked him up, did he bring a bag of clothes with him or anything?
He has his book bag for school because I was supposed to take him to school this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't understand how I didn't wake up until like 2 o'clock today. It doesn't make any sense.
But he had his book bag with him.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So about 7 o'clock you went to sleep and you saying you didn't wake up until like 2 today.
Right before I called the ambulance.
Okay.
Because like I had, oh yeah.
You had what?
I had woken up and I couldn't figure out why didn't understand why he was on the floor, and I sat up and then I just saw blood and I started panicking and I didn't know what to do.
Do you remember hearing a gunshot?
No, and that's what I don't understand. Like, how would I not wake up from a gunshot? I feel like I would have heard that.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But like, my window was still pinned shut because the window was broken, but it was still all pinned shut. I don't understand. Like, there's nobody that came in. I don't see how somebody could have come in and why they went. If somebody would have came in anyways, it would have been something to do with me, not him. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I'm just as confused. I don't understand. I'm trying to answer questions. I am, but I'm confused too, and I don't get this.
Christian may not get it, but investigators at the scene increasingly do. And while she can't explain how Dakota was shot or how she slept through it, the evidence begins to do it for her. Because officers just located the stolen firearm used in Dakota's death in Christian's purse, and one spent shell casing hidden in the bottom of her cigarette pack. More ammo's found in her vehicle, as well as multiple illegal drugs and paraphernalia, alcohol, and counterfeit money. And that's not all, because officers also find clear-cut evidence of an attempt to clean the scene, including bloody Clorox wipes in the trash and multiple smears of blood. But it's still not enough to charge Christian with a crime, and as she's cut loose by cops, Dakota remains in the hospital fighting for his life. But after being declared brain dead on Christmas Day, his family makes the impossible choice to remove him from life support. So now, with her friend dead and evidence of foul play growing, Christian's brought in for another interview a few days later, and it seems like she's already forgotten some key details from that night. And if you love watching killers like Christian realize they aren't winning an Oscar anytime soon, subscribe. That's literally all we do here.
You said you went to sleep at what time was it? Do you remember?
No, I don't even remember anymore.
Okay. Because you said, I think you told me before it was like 7 o'clock at night around there. And then you woke up the next day about what time? Can't remember.
I don't know. Right before I called.
Right before you called me? Okay. Or before you called the EMS? Okay. What happened after you called EMS?
I stayed on the phone until they showed up.
Who did you call? How'd you call EMS?
My phone.
On your phone? Okay.
I don't have service. I just called 911.
Okay, so you just called 911. Okay. And then while you're waiting for EMS, what are you doing? Just trying to give him aid, or what were you doing?
Yeah, they told me to do something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how it was said, but it was to check his breathing.
Okay. And then
He did it twice.
Okay, and then what else?
That was it. They got there within like 2-3 minutes of being on the phone.
Okay. What did you tell me about the gun? Do you remember?
What about it?
I mean, you said, do you remember what you told me about picking it up?
That I moved it?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, and what did you do with it?
Threw it in a bag.
And then what did you do with the bag?
Threw the bag in my car.
Okay. And while this is while you're waiting for EMS to get there?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay. All right. So here's what I want to do. All right. Before we go any further, you and I talked before, right? And I told you how important it was that you're honest, right? Because honesty is what's going to make the difference, right? For me, for you, for everybody, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Okay. I'm gonna talk to you about some things that I know that you weren't quite honest with me about. Okay? And I'm gonna give you an opportunity to clear things up a little bit. And then I'm gonna tell you some things that I've learned. Dakota passed on Christmas Day. Okay? I have been to the autopsy and spoken to the medical examiner. Okay? And the way it stands right now, just so you're aware of it, okay? The way that the medical examiner has determined preliminarily, in other words, just a preliminary determination, was that this was most likely not self-inflicted. Okay. The gun, I already know that gun was purchased from a black market source. Okay. And I know this because I've spoken to people about this. Okay. So that was one thing that you were dishonest with me about. Okay. So I'm giving you the opportunity to clear it up. Now, if you bought that because you were afraid, then that's what you tell me, if that's what you want to say. Okay. But the gun in itself, okay, you know, that I'm not sure why you felt the need not to tell me the truth about that, you know?
These are all very good questions by the detective, because while facing a gun charge isn't ideal, it's far better than facing one for murder. And considering Christian's the victim of a recent home invasion, a jury may even understand why she felt the need to protect herself. But as Christian's confronted with the inconsistencies in her story, she suddenly seems more interested in changing the subject than clearing her name.
How? Does anybody in the building have a lighter? Is there any ability that I could smoke a cigarette just and breathe for a second?
As soon as we get done, I'll take you down and you can smoke one. Okay?
Well, I wish I knew that before. I'm just like freaking out right now from the ability, like just the fact of you,
So here's my question to you, okay? Why did you feel the need to have to lie to me about the gun? Because what you told me was that the gun was Dakota's, and I know it wasn't, okay? So why did you have to lie to me about the gun? Why did you feel the need to do that?
Because I feel like the tendency of the law enforcement system, people end up sometimes getting a shitty hand, and I felt like I was going to get a hand of end up like getting charged for somehow killing, I guess at this point, killing Dakota or shooting Dakota or doing something to Dakota. And that's exactly what it sounds like now.
I know, it doesn't sound like anything. All we're doing is talking, correct? Okay, that's all we're doing. We're just talking, okay? So when we talk about that gun, okay, do you remember who you purchased it from? I'll make it easier for you. How much was it? Do you remember how much you paid for it?
Why? I'm just wondering.
Because that gun is important. Okay, for one thing, it's stolen. Okay, so I'm trying to get it back to the owner. For one thing, okay, and once I get it back to the owner, that's going to be good for the owner. Correct.
It's good for the owner.
Okay. Do you remember who you bought it from?
Some black dude with I don't know this kid's name. I don't.
You can't remember? Did he come to your trailer, or did you go to get it from him, or
Walmart?
What, you met him at Walmart? Okay. Who did you talk to meet him?
Why do you have to use names when you get told things?
Okay, so
like if I tell you who was there, why do you have to go tell them?
Christian's comprehension of how policing works seems incomplete, to say the least. And while she may not feel like tracking down the source of the murder weapon is important, detectives feel otherwise. But there's something else she has a less than believable origin story for: the counterfeit bills found stashed in her car. And when she's called out about other incriminating items at the scene, her explanations truly begin to leave the realm of reality.
So, when you told me that you picked the gun up, right, and you put it in your purse or the bag, right? Did you put anything else in the bag?
Money.
Money, the counterfeit money?
Yeah.
Where was that from?
The ground.
Ground near Dakota?
It was just on the ground.
Mm-hmm. You have no idea where that came from, huh? Be straight now. Because this is part of the being honest part. Okay. Straight.
Somebody gave it to me because I let them borrow real money, and then they couldn't give the real money. They didn't have the real money to give it back.
Do you remember who gave it to you?
Kyle.
Kyle. What's his last name?
That one I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Why did you pick the shell casing up?
What is that? Is that the hollow thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's in my trunk. I didn't know what that was at first.
No, the bullet that you put at the bottom, the shell casing that you put at the bottom of the cigarette case on.
Bottom of the cigarette case?
Yeah, your cigarette case.
It wasn't in a cigarette case, it was in a box.
No, it was in a cigarette case. It's the shell casing from the round that shot Dakota.
No, I specifically remember it was a box in the trunk.
No, it was in your cigarette pack, and it was
Okay.
it was sitting on your center console in your vehicle.
Okay.
So that's why I was asking you why you put it in there. Because you told me before that the reason that you put the gun in your purse.
Yeah, because and then whenever all I 100% know is that I had picked it up and I feel like something clicked and I thought about it, but I didn't want to believe that was what it was. But
So, when you picked the shell casing up and you put it in the cigarette pack, were you doing that for the same reason?
No, because I don't know exactly what my reasoning was, but I'm trying to think because I feel like this shit doesn't look good, but I'd rather think hard about it and look stupid and be able to tell you the truth than head and in life.
The detectives give Christian every opportunity to explain the evidence, but unfortunately for her, they already know most of the answers. The real ones, that is. And while nearly everything she's said so far has been either a lie or half-truth, she's definitely right about one thing. She has no logical explanation for what happened. And the reason why is simple. It makes her look guilty as hell. And a prime example is how a gunshot as loud as a space shuttle launch didn't wake her up, as well as the bloody Clorox wipes found in the trash.
The 9mm shell that was fired inside your trailer, was capable of 160 decibels, okay?
I don't know what that means.
That means if you listen to the space shuttle launch, the rocket launch of the space shuttle, that's how loud that is.
So how did I not wake up? So and I feel like you're going to ask me that because I don't understand.
Well, that's why I'm bringing that up. Okay. Because with as loud as that is, okay, it would be very unlikely that being in such a small area that you would be able to remain asleep during that kind of noise. Even being a deep sleeper, that noise is unbelievably loud. Unbelievable. Your trailer is not.
Lie detector test or something? Because I'm not trying to go to jail for murder.
Well, listen, Neely, all we're doing is talking right now, okay? Okay? Nobody has said anything about anything else other than that we're talking, we're trying to figure things out.
But you've said things like it's very unlikely that Dakota committed. And
I'm telling you what somebody told me, okay? Okay, that's all I'm telling you is what somebody told me, all right? That's all. Okay, now when it comes to the things at the scene, okay, the Clorox wipes were used, okay, to clean up the area a little bit, all right? And I don't know whether you know that you put them in the trash and they had blood on them, okay, so they were used to wipe.
It's going to worse and worse, and I don't like the way some of this is sounding.
Well, the reason I'm telling you this is because these are the things I found out after you and I talked, so I'm letting you know where I'm at. Okay, this is where I'm at. I just want you to explain it to me. Do you remember doing that?
Never, not at all.
You don't remember cleaning those things up? You don't remember using Clorox wipes to wipe anything?
No, what did I supposedly wipe?
I don't know. It had blood. They had blood on them? I don't know. I don't know if you wiped
Did y'all run the things on my clothes and my sheets for the blood? Because there was blood that had came out of my body that was on my sheets and on my clothes, and it was
some of the stuff that was on the walls inside your trailer had some smear marks like they had been wiped, and then there were also some Clorox wipes that were in the trash can.
Yeah, pictures of that then?
Yeah, I have pictures of it. Yeah,
okay.
I got pictures of all that stuff.
That's I don't remember that, and I'm at this point where I have no reason to lie to you, because if I lie to you, I just look even worse. And if I don't lie to you, maybe you'll somehow freaking figure out how to help me too, to where I don't go, like, do time for something I didn't do. So I'm trying to give you full cooperation and understanding.
I know, which is why I'm continuing to talk to you.
Let me ask you this, and I know you're not a police officer trained in firearms, but obviously you know what a gun is. Obviously you know it takes a bullet, and you have to put it in a magazine for it to shoot on the type of gun, correct? You follow me on that?
Magazine.
The clip.
Okay.
All right. And when you fire that gun, then it ejects the shell casing out, which is that hollow thing that you referred to.
Okay.
So at that time, if you didn't think it was a gunshot wound or whatever, what in your mind did you get out of seeing the shell casing with no bullet tip in it? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The casing's just there because you don't beat them out with a hammer or anything like that. You know, it had to have been fired.
And then you picked it up.
I feel like at that point, like, it was just wanting to be denial. I just wanted to deny the fact that he had been shot. I don't really know. Or he had shot himself, he had been shot. I don't know. Because he was saying that. But I don't know. I've never been shot again, so I don't know. Can you do the test on my hands too? Have you gotten any of those results for the gunpowder?
Well, see the thing with that, Neely, is that if somebody washes their hands prior to doing that, okay, and it's the same thing with him, with Dakota. If somebody washed his hands, it'd be the same way. Okay.
What?
If somebody wiped his hands or washed his hands, it'd be the same way. He wouldn't have any gunshot.
I thought it stayed. God damn it. This is awful.
The game Christian's playing becomes more clear by the minute, because while she may have been counting on a gunshot residue test to clear her name, she now knows it's far from the guarantee she thought it was. And as she's confronted with photo evidence from the scene, her denials and excuses become ever more implausible.
Those are the wipes, okay, in the bottom of the trash can, okay? That's the cigarette pack that was on your center console. You asked to see these, so I'm showing them to you, okay? That's the shell casing that you put inside the cigarette pack, okay? Okay?
Have you tested the...
Okay, and this is all the items that we found in that little pouch that you were talking about. Okay,
That's a jewel.
Yeah, that. Okay, flour, all your cards that you have already admitted to selling. Okay, the whole thing of it, Neely, is that where we stand now is. We're in a search for the truth. Okay? We're in a search for the truth. And denying something, okay?
What do you think I'm denying?
I don't know. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I'm talking to you, okay? Have I one time come out and said, you did this?
No, but I don't even think you're allowed to do that. Even
Yes,
if that's
I am.
What you think.
Am I allowed to do that?
Absolutely.
Okay? I am allowed to do that. Okay? But what I want you to do is I want you to be able to tell me what the deal is. Okay? I want you to be able to tell me from your standpoint what it was that happened. Okay? Because there's going to be a lot of speculation. Because the things that you told me didn't make any sense, and they still don't.
I don't know. Like, people do things when they're frantic and they don't, or I don't know. I feel like I'm in the head right now. I can't make any sense. I'm trying to explain myself, and I'm really getting mad at myself. Just to explain what I'm trying to say, and I can't. I'm just
Christian may be ready to go home, but detectives aren't through with her just yet. And when they start talking about the very real adult consequences of Dakota's death, she quickly breaks down.
Hypothetically speaking, and heaven forbid, if you came home and you saw your dad laying on the floor and there was a gun there, would you take that gun and move it? Are you thinking about that question?
I did.
And what did you come up with?
I just don't really.
You don't know? Or in reality, that what happened at the trailer, you went into self-preservation mode because you knew that gun was stolen. More than likely.
Just self-preservation.
Looking out for yourself.
Yeah.
And think of the Christmas gift his parents got on Christmas Day.
I was doing it all day on Christmas.
I understand you hurt, but
not like them. I know that.
If you've never lost a child, you'll never understand. They won't be it. No prom, whether he was in school or not. They won't get any grandchildren. They won't get to go to a wedding. They won't get to coach his kids.
Can I go to the bathroom? I can't go smoke a cigarette. Can I go to the bathroom, please? I'm really sorry.
That's okay. Give me a second.
Never mind. I just need a minute.
I understand. But you gotta think, while we get somebody to take you to the bathroom, that when you, I use the word play in adult world, adult things are gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
I'm good. I don't need to go to the bathroom. I don't need somebody to take me to the bathroom. I'm okay. I'm just waiting to go, see if I go home. And if I go home, I'm just ready to go.
While the evidence against Christian is mounting, it's still not enough to place her under arrest for Dakota's murder. At least, not yet. So once again, police are forced to let her go. But that doesn't mean she's off the hook. And just a few days later, she even gets what she asked for, a lie detector test. But when she's brought in for more questioning and to hear the results, they aren't exactly what she hoped for.
All right. So there's a couple things that I want to go back over. She told you that your test was inconclusive, right?
It's very upsetting.
Do you know what that means? Did she tell you what that means?
They couldn't get a yes or a no, I think. Well,
what it means is there's probably some things that you may have been slightly dishonest on. This is what they're saying.
She said my body
You're physiologically, you're having a problem. Your heart rate's all over the place and all that. So, which is understandable. Okay. There's some things that I want to talk about that I know for sure that you didn't tell me the truth on.
Just in there?
No. When we talked last time.
Last time or the first time?
It's the second time, the last time I talked to you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it may be because you didn't remember. That's a possibility. Okay. Or there could be a number of different reasons. Okay. But I will tell you that there are some things that give me pause. All right. And I'll tell you what one of them was that when we first talked about what happened right after you woke up. Okay. And we talked about, what you did with the gun and the shell casing and all that stuff and the carts and the flour and stuff that you put in your purse. Okay. We talked about that. And you said that, you put those in there while you were waiting for EMS to come.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you did.
I don't recall what I did.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, that's not what you did. I listened to the 911 call. Okay. And one of the main things that you do in the 911 call, when they ask you what happened, is you tell them that there was blood around the floor, and it was around his head. And you tell them about some of the injuries and stuff. You don't talk about the gun at all. Okay. Where you found the gun or anything like that. Okay. And that's because the gun was already gone. Because what you did was you waited while you put stuff in the car and hid things before you called 911. You were on the phone and you tried to text at 7:00. Okay. And this is from your phone. Okay. And the text didn't go through.
7.
Yeah. Or not 7, but 1:00. I'm sorry. And the text did not go through. Okay. So at that point, that
was before I called 911 because that was before I knew that I didn't have service.
Right. That's 30 minutes before you called 911. Okay. So that's a long time. All right. That's, you found him on the floor. Okay. Which is what you told me. And then 30 minutes later is when the 911 call was made. Okay. Cause I know you were awake and you were using the phone 30 minutes prior to you calling 911.
Okay.
So is that the time that you were using to hide the stuff in the car? Is that what was happening?
Multiple times I tried to wake him up for long periods of time, just trying to shake his body and saying Dakota. And a good bit of minutes was me bawling because I couldn't wake him up. When I knocked on my neighbor's door to see if they had a phone that I could use, I went to the neighbor on that side and the trailer over first on that side. And those are the main things I remember doing, is trying to wake up Dakota and trying to find somebody with a phone who had service.
Okay. And you had to have been putting the stuff in the car at that time too, huh? There's no other way to do it because you were on the phone the whole time with EMS and you were doing stuff. I mean, that's what I'm asking. Is that what happened? Did you put stuff in the car before you called 911? Is that what happened?
I suppose if that's what adds up, I cannot confirm or deny completely because things were fuzzy. It was a really
okay. Well, this is important stuff. Okay, so if that's what you did, you need to tell me. I mean, I can prove that you did that. I can prove that you did that based on your phone and some of the things that happened afterwards.
It's fine.
But what I want you to do is I want you to be able
to be honest with you.
Yes.
And when I'm being honest with you, I'm just telling you that it's fuzzy and I don't really remember what happened in the hecticness.
Okay. Did you take anything that night? Did you take any?
Christian says she was totally sober the night of Dakota's death, and while she may think this helps her case, it only serves to make her claims of a horrible memory even more suspicious. And it turns out there's something even more incriminating than the shell casing and Clorox wipes: bloody handprints on the walls, which Christian has a strange and disgusting excuse for.
I noticed over by your bed, because this is one thing that I was looking at, because I was looking at some of the photos. There's blood on the walls, handprints on the walls, over by your bed. Can you tell me why that is? What you remember?
I don't.
Okay.
I know there was, you know how there was 2 different types of blood on the sheets?
Mm-hmm.
Some of it was from my body, and I think some of it was from Dakota. I don't know. I don't really know what happened. All I know is at that time, I was on my period, and I sleep with my hand like this, in between my legs. Whenever I woke up, my hand was bloody from me not changing my tampon before I went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Not really like talking about personal things like that, especially with multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't like. I know, like, I obviously touched Dakota when I was shaking him, trying to wake him up.
Do you remember getting back in bed and touching the walls or doing anything like that over where your bed was?
I don't know. I don't remember that. No.
There's a pillow there that you used to have on your bed that normally I'm assuming you had on your bed. It's one of those, what do they call them? Tempur-Pedic pillows. Okay. And his head had been resting on that pillow. Did you put his head on that pillow?
No, I did not.
You don't remember doing that?
I did not do that.
Okay. Well, there's blood all over the pillow, and his head would have had to have been on the pillow. Okay. There's no other reason for it. And he couldn't have done that himself. You don't remember doing it?
I did not do that.
You found an empty shell casing on the floor, though, right? And you put that shell casing in the cigarette pack and hid that in your car. So how could you not know that was a gunshot wound?
Because I didn't really know it was a shell casing like that. I'm not into guns like that. I've never shot a gun in my life.
Then why'd you hide it?
It wasn't hidden. I wasn't going out of my way to hide it. I didn't think I was even hiding it.
Putting it in a cigarette pack and then putting it in your car?
My cigarette pack was in my hand.
Okay, well, it was in the car.
I think I found, honestly, what I think happened was, I think that I had put the everything, the money and the gun in the car. And then while being on the phone with the ambulance, I think I found the shell. And that's when my heart dropped and I was like, no, that it was a gunshot.
Okay, so at that point, it's when you're saying that you realized it was a gunshot.
Not that I realized, but like, I realized that there was a possibility. I still don't really want to believe it. Like that could have even happened, or that it would have even happened.
Where was the gun at? Prior to it being on the floor. Where was it?
I think it was in the bottom, my stove opens like this. Mm-hmm. And then it has an under thing, where you're supposed to put your pots in your pans. I think it was in the under thing, underneath a pot.
We'd be fools to expect Christian to practice safe gun ownership, but storing a firearm in the bottom of a stove is still downright shocking, as is her account of what allegedly happened after she woke up the next day.
When you first woke up, tell me what the first thing was you saw when you first woke up. And what woke you up? Because you said you didn't get up till like 2.
Mm-hmm.
So what woke you up?
I guess just I wasn't tired anymore. I finally slept for like 12, 14 hours. I had my little coma.
Okay. And then what was the first thing you saw when you woke up?
I rolled over and I saw Dakota laying on the ground.
Okay. And then you started to text, right?
No. And then I got up and I tried to wake up Dakota.
Okay. When did you start texting?
After I tried to wake up Dakota once.
Okay. Why did you start texting instead of trying to call 911 right away?
I don't know. Oh, I think I was gonna ask somebody, like,
because what you texted was, you said, do you remember what you said?
No.
Okay. You were texting 2 different people and you said, hey, I was asleep. That's why I didn't answer your texts or whatever. It's just curious to me that you didn't, you weren't trying to,
I mean, there's a possibility that before I rolled over and saw Dakota, I tried to send that. I don't know. I really wish I had complete, accurate memory to give you answers, and that I don't know. I thought I was texting somebody and asking them for help, but I don't recall accurately.
Once again, Christian can't seem to recall basic facts from just a couple of weeks ago. But thankfully, detectives pretty much have all the ones they need at this point. And despite their suspect's best attempts to cover her tracks, they're about to come in for the kill.
All right, so here's where we're at, okay? You had an inconsistent polygraph, okay? You've lied to me numerous times, okay? So what it leads me to is I don't know how to believe what you're telling me with regards to what happened with Dakota. Okay? I have a hard time believing some of the things that you've told me. Now, you've told me that you're a hard sleeper, right? They went to your trailer today and they banged on your trailer and couldn't get you to come to the door because you were sleeping so hard. Okay. So that's pushing me in one direction or another with regards to what you said earlier. Understand? Okay. But
what do you mean what I said earlier?
What you said earlier about not being able to wake up when you heard it, when there was a gunshot in your trailer.
Exactly. I didn't. And I didn't wake up when they came.
But you woke up, and when you saw Dakota on the ground, your first reaction is to try waking them up. You've already stated inside this room that you're going to be going to prison for the rest of your life.
No.
You did. You said that's the reason why you're in here, and you're going to get whatever information you need to do to snitch.
I didn't say.
And then you sit here and you have an issue. I'm sorry, the reality sucks.
I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to do what you have to say.
Look at the reality of the situation here, okay? We deal with this every single day. I have not had one person come in here with more bullshit than you have. This is an opportunity for you to start over and tell us exactly what happened. Are you ready to be truthful with us? What really happened to Dakota inside the trailer?
First, I never said I was going to prison for the rest of my life. I said I knew there was enough reasons for me to go to prison from me selling drugs. I never said...
Said nothing about drugs in here.
There has been talk about drugs in here.
And you said, I'm in here to be cooperating because...
I am trying to cooperate, but I only feel like I can cooperate for him. Because everyone else just made me seem like a cold blood. And I'm trying to do everything I
don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. Accident in there, and I think there was a problem, and you hesitated, you got scared, and so you panicked. And what you did when you panicked is that there was a time period
I don't, and I'm not yelling at you, making you feel like you're making me feel. So please talk to me with a normal tone.
I'm talking to you normally. You're
like
the one yelling right now.
does.
Listen to me. You need to calm down, and we need to start from the beginning. This gentleman sat here kindly with you this whole time, and as you fed crap to him.
Christian may think causing herself to hyperventilate will gain sympathy, but she's about to find out she's dead wrong, because every piece of evidence points to her as the one who pulled the trigger.
The 9mm, the Smith & Wesson M&P that you subsequently traded your Draco for, got money for, okay? The one that was inside of the bottom of the oven, you said that only 2 people knew about, you and Billy. And you said Dakota, for a fact, didn't know where that was.
I said I didn't know if Dakota knew.
So it's
Rewind
hidden.
these tapes in here.
But you even said it was in such a spot that nobody would know it was there. It was underneath the drawer where you keep the pans, underneath another pan, and only 2 people knew where that gun was at. So guess what? If Billy didn't do it, what's that tell you?
I'm not mad at you. I just don't like the way that you're making me feel, and I'd rather speak to somebody else.
That's fine. Here's the thing. I'm here.
Okay.
Because questions are being asked. This is the problem. There's so many inconsistencies we're looking at. And you come in here and you amazingly have amnesia on every little aspect. You can ask this gentleman here in his long career, especially in his military career, do you think he hasn't had traumatic incidents? And you remember them all, don't you?
Yes, I do.
It's bullshit. You say he's your best friend. Maybe you need to stop coming here and bullshitting us and telling us the truth. It was an accident. It was an accident. Let's say that.
But I'm not telling you I did something I didn't do either. If I was trying to hide the gun, if I did like that, like I did it, I would have took it somewhere. I would have left it with everything. I wouldn't have came back, or I would have tried to do something with his body if I didn't want him to have help, or if I wanted to have done something to him, or if I would have done anything to him. You're trying to wordplay.
It's not wordplay. I'm very...
You're being very rude and
rude.
disrespectful with a loud tone that I don't appreciate.
You being louder to me doesn't win this conversation here, and it's not an argument. What I'm telling you is that I'm presenting the facts.
Like I'm being attacked.
I'm being very blunt with you, and I've been very straight with you.
Can I go?
Give me 1 second.
Can I go? Can I go?
Yeah, you're free to go. Hang on, just hang on. I have to walk you down. Raise your right hand for me.
No, please. I don't want to. I don't want to do anything because I don't like it. I completely...
All I'm asking you is to raise your right hand so you can tell me that you're telling the truth. That's all. Raise your right hand for me. Just raise your right hand. Tell me that you're telling the truth. That's all.
Please don't ever bring him into here to talk to me again. I'll talk to anyone here. You can just throw me in jail, please. I don't want to do that again. And it's not even that I want to finish.
I understand.
It's not even that I'm done talking to you. It's that I'm so done with this in general.
I understand. Raise your right hand for me, honey. Raise your right hand for me.
I'm tired of raising my hand and then signing things when I feel like it's just putting me in worse positions.
Okay, I understand completely. You swear the information you provided me is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
If I say something, are you going to put my hands back and take me to jail afterwards?
I'm asking you if you're telling the truth.
Yes.
Okay. Everything you said to me is the truth, yes? You swear everything is the truth, yes?
I think that the gun was under the drawer, under the stove, but I'm not completely positive where it was at before it happened.
Okay.
Yes, now I completely swear that everything I've told you is true.
All right, come on. I'll walk you down.
Right now, Neely's allowed to go home, but just 2 weeks later, investigators present enough evidence to prosecutors to make an arrest. So as she's brought in for a final round of questioning, her story remains the same. And despite her apologies for being no help whatsoever, the only detective she seems to trust is about to turn on her.
So here's what I would do if I was you. Your choice, okay? Because I'm not going to lead you into anything, because you're 18 years old and you can make your own mind up, just like you've done on this whole thing, Christian. I haven't put you into this. I tried to get you into a position where you would speak to me honestly, and you didn't. You treated me like a punk the whole time. Okay? So now what I'm doing is I'm giving you another opportunity.
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. There's nothing for you to be sorry about to me. You know who you should be sorry for? You should be sorry to Dakota and his family, because that's who needs to be apologized to, not me. Okay? Okay? Because what happened that night, however you want to tell it, and however you want to term it and make it look whatever it is, it's still what it is.
But are y'all gonna figure out who shot Dakota?
Are you saying somebody shot Dakota?
I'm saying that if I'm not.
Saying somebody?
I'm saying that I'm not gonna.
You told me that gun was put someplace where Dakota couldn't even find it. Okay? And then on top of that, what you told me was your trailer was locked that night. There was no way that anybody could have
that was one thing that was wrong. Because if you go to my trailer right now, you can still see the hole in the window.
You said that your trailer was locked up.
Locked when I got.
I'm not even going to argue with you, Christian. You're a criminal. You're a criminal. I'm not going to argue with you. Okay? I will tell you this. That regardless of what happens from here on out, okay, this is something that you need to look inside yourself about. Okay? You were dealing drugs. And you put a 16-year-old kid in the middle of all that. You did. You smoked with him. You had him in your trailer that night with an illegal firearm, and he was killed. That's your responsibility.
So now let's just throw away another life and put under behind bars for the rest of mine, even though I didn't have to go in. Can you send me back?
It's a good thing that Christian wants to go back to her cell, because that's where she'll be staying for a very long time to come. She was charged with manslaughter, tampering with physical evidence, drug-related offenses, firearm-related offenses, as well as additional charges. She was held in the Escambia County Jail on a $680,000 bond. She eventually pleaded guilty, and on March 22, 2022, a judge sentenced her to 20 years in Florida State Prison, followed by 10 years of probation. While we may never know what happened that night, or how Dakota ended up dead, only one person does: Christian Neely Ard. And now, she's paying the price. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe to our channel. 80% of everyone watching isn't, and your support would help us more than you realize. It's free, and it keeps this channel alive. You can also check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.